Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Laya and I help beginners and people in transition gain clarity and confidence as they navigate careers in IT audits and in corporate spaces. Today's video is going to be for anyone who feels overwhelmed by the word IT. A lot of people have been telling you they're into IT and they mention, the different domains and fields they are working in, and you keep asking yourself, what does it mean? What are the different areas in IT? Where do I even come in? Where do I fit in? Do I need to know how to code? Is IT audit really part of IT? If you are that person that has been asking yourself these questions, then this video is for you. Make sure you watch till the end. By the end of this video, you would understand the main domains of IT, and you will be able to clearly differentiate the different IT careers and know where IT audit actually falls in and why it is one of the best entry point for many beginners. So I'm going to go straight into it. I'm going to talk about why it feels confusing, why the IT career feels confusing, the major IT career domains, where IT audit fits in, why IT audit is a great entry point, who IT audit is best for, and how to get started, and what you need to get started in the IT audit field. Today's video, like I said, is for anyone who feels overwhelmed by the word IT. If you have ever asked yourself questions like, what are the different areas in IT? Where do I even fit in? Do I need to code? Is IT audit really part of it? Then this video is for you. And at the end of this video, you would understand all the domains of IT audit. Why IT career feels confusing? IT career feels confusing because people talk about it as if it is just one thing. You hear people say, I'm into IT, I'm into IT. IT is very broad, and that is where I start from anybody who talks to me and asks me, oh, I want to go into IT. What kind of IT do you want to go into? You have to know and be able to understand the type of IT you want to go to. In reality, IT is very broad. It is very, very broad. It has different domains. Each of them requires different skills, it requires different interests, and it requires different strength. Of course, you do not need to be technical to be an IT auditor. You don't need to be technical to even work in IT. You just need to be able to find a domain that aligns with how you think and how you like to work. So people think it's just one food. People think you need to be technical, and people think you need to know everything, or like you need certifications. That's the last thing. People think, oh, I must have a certification before I go into IT. That is not the case. I'm going to go through the major IT career domains. I personally would usually group IT into 5 domains. And the very first domain I would group IT into is the infrastructure and system. This is the area that focuses on how systems are built and how they are maintained. When you're talking about infrastructure and system, that's why you're talking about network administrators, you're talking about system administrators, you're talking about servers, you're talking about databases. The roles that actually manage the servers, the networks, and operating systems of organizations. When you hear people say, I'm a network infrastructure analyst or a network admin, these are the people that manage the hardware. They are kind of more technical, and they usually would require that you have a very deep technical knowledge of the infrastructure or network domains. The second domain is the software development and engineering. This area focuses on building applications and writing code. It is very, very technical. It is very, very technical. That's why you see DevOps, software developers, you see application engineers, you see web and mobile developers. If you are someone that enjoy logic, you enjoy problem solving, you enjoy building things from the scratch, this may be the domain you need to, work on. The third domain is the cyber security and information security. This domain focuses on protecting system, data, and networks. These examples of people that work here, the roles, you hear security analysts, security engineers, incident response team. They are the ones that focus on threats. When you hear vulnerabilities, while you need a technical knowledge for this role, You may also, have some risk assessment, monitoring, and governance skills to be able to thrive in this particular role for cybersecurity information security. The next domain is the data and analytics. For data and analytics, the area focuses on data analysis to help organizations make decisions. Data analysis, a lot of organizations deals with large data sets, and these are where the data analyst comes in. The business intelligence roles, the data engineers. I remember when I was trying to transition into a career, I tried to go into data analysis. Actually, as a matter of fact, went to UT Austin to get a postgraduate diploma in data analysis and data science and business analysis. However, towards the end of my course, of my program, I discovered that it was not for me. I eventually completed the postgraduate diploma. However, I did not even bother because I knew I just kind of managed to thrive and complete the 1 year program. So it was not for me because you need to analyze large data sales, data in organizations. You need to have a very strong analytical thinking. You use technical tools. That's why you do use Python. I remember I was learning Python. I was learning Azure, SQL. It was kind of a lot of technicality for me, and I quickly was able to realize that that field was not for me. And then the last domain, which is where we sit in as an IT auditor, is the governance, risk, compliance, and IT audit. This domain focuses on how systems are governed, how risks are identified and managed, and also manage how controls are designed and tested, and how organizations comply with regulations. If you have not watched my video on what does an IT auditor do, you might want to watch it because I think I broke it down a little bit further in that video. This is where IT audit lives. This is where it lives. That's where you hear roles like IT auditor, risk analyst, compliance professional, control tester. For those of you that have started applying for jobs, these are some of the roles you should be applying for. Be applying for a risk analyst, risk compliance analyst, control tester, ITGC control tester, ITA control tester. This domain is actually less about building system. It is more about understanding how systems are used, how they are controlled, and how they are monitored. Now, where does IT audit fit in? IT audit sits squarely in this last domain within the governance, risk, and compliance domain. As an IT auditor, you are not expected to code or build systems. What you're supposed to do as an IT auditor is to understand how the system works. You are evaluating the risk associated with the system. You are reviewing access. You are reviewing changes. You are reviewing operations. You are testing controls. You are ensuring that processes align with policies and regulations. That is where IT audit bridges the gap between technology and business. That is why I said people that have accounting degrees, you have a background in accounting, you can thrive more in this space, business, finance, compliance, and if you have any non-technical background, often you will do very well in IT audits. I had an accounting degree and an MBA in financial management, and that was why I quickly realized that the data analysis I was trying to do was actually not for me. I was quickly able to realign and look at my background, my accounting background, and I perfectly, realized that IT audit, fit. And that was how I began my journey into the IT audit field. Why IT audit is a great entry point. Some of you might be wondering, why does she keep saying IT audit is beginner friendly? It is a great entry point. I would normally recommend IT audit to many beginners because one, it does not require any coding. It helps you build strong foundational knowledge of systems. Even if you are going to become a network infrastructure analyst, you're going to do coding, you're going to do data analysis at the end. It gives you, diversity. Once you know the basis and the foundations, you will be able to work in any other role. It teaches you how organizations actually operate. IT audits would open doors into risk roles, security roles, compliance, and other leadership roles if you start from IT. It gives you visibility into many systems and things because you'll be working with all these other people. As an IT auditor, you'll be relating with all these other people. You will be the one testing controls and applications for the software developers, for the engineers. You'll be having meetings with them because you will now be able to understand their processes, because they will be walking you through their systems to enable you be able to test or to be able to audit them. So it is a very great entry point that is good for you. And on the next slide I have here, who IT audit is best for? Who is it for? Is it for everybody? IT audit is a great fit for you if you enjoy structure and processes, because they're going to be reading a lot of processes. That's basically what you'll do as an IT auditor. Can you read? Can you assimilate? You'll be looking at structure. They will tell you this is the process this control is supposed to go through. Would you be able to read and be able to check and test maybe they're actually following the process, the standard operating procedures of the organization? It is going to be, I tell this is a great fit for you. If you like asking questions and understanding how things work, you should be able to ask questions. If you're an IT auditor, you need to be able to speak. You'll be attending a lot of meetings. You prefer clarity over constant troubleshooting. You're trying to understand, right? And then you want a stable career path with growth opportunities. If you start as an IT auditor, you will be able to transition into the other domains of IT that I just explained to you. Then if you are transitioning into IT and you want a clear path, I'm sure most of you have started. You've done cybersecurity courses, you've done DevOps courses, you've done network infrastructure, you've done third-party risk, you've done vulnerability testing and all this. Because you don't understand the basis and you don't understand the foundation, you might have struggled to fit into those, lessons or trainings that you attended. If you understand the basis, you will be able to understand every other thing you have learned. So if you are transitioning into IT and you want a very clear starting point, IT audit is a very good place. You do not need to know everything one day. You just need to have a structured way to learn and to be able to understand the process. Now, the question most of us are asking at this point is how to get started. How do I get started? If you're interested in IT audit, the key is learning the fundamentals clearly and in the right order. You have to understand the fundamentals, the basics. You need to understand what IT audit is. You need to understand what ITACs are, what ITGCs are, how walkthroughs work, how testing is performed, how to speak confidently, not only in interviews, but even at your place of work. And that is why Liars Academy created the IT Audit Roadmap and the IT Audit Fundamental Resources to give beginners clarity and also to remove confusion. You need to understand the fundamentals. My IT Audit Roadmap and my IT Audit Fundamentals Manual is going to give you that clarity that you need. The IT Audit Roadmap has week by week segments where it will tell you what you're going to learn each week, and then the IT Audit Fundamentals is the main course where you will learn how to test walkthroughs, ITGCs and ITACs. If this video helped you understand IT careers better, please make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share it with someone who feels stuck or is confused about where they fit in IT. A lot of us are confused. I was once in that, situation. If you want a step-by-step guidance, all my resources are linked in the description. They're going to be on my YouTube channel, link on my Studio account. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, I'm your IT Audit Big Sister, and I'm not gatekeeping. I'm going to give it to you back to back. Thank you. Have a blessed week.